Hey everybody, welcome to Detroit Tech. A little while ago we posted a video on the Corsair K70 keyboard. I love that keyboard and was considering buying its bigger brother and taking the K70 to work. Well, the RGB, and macro keys won me over. This is the K95 RGB. The underlying design on the Corsair's K95 keyboard are basically the same as the K70. Same aluminum backplate with the Cherry MX switches sitting on top. This really does give the keys a cool, floating look, and it really accentuates the lighting. It still has the media keys, volume rocker, and the Windows lock button, and of course the brightness button. It has anti-ghosting and the 122 key rollover and a switch on the back to adjust the polling rate of the keyboard. It has the same soft plastic touch wrist rest, which is quite comfortable, and a more secure mounting system with a screw on either end to hold it on. It has some onboard memory, so you can take your lighting schemes with you to work, where they still won't let me install any software to run my peripherals. What the K95 adds in design, however, is what makes it pretty awesome. On the left side there are these 18 G keys. These are really the programmable buttons that allow this to be a very powerful keyboard. On the left are the profile buttons. There are 4 of them here. 3 are the actual different scenes, and 1 allows you to program macros on the fly. Once you get inside the software, that's really where these profile buttons become very powerful. Just like the K70, there is a fat braided cable which terminates into 2 USB plugs. Unlike the K70, there is no USB pass-through. One of the plugs is for data and 1 is for LED power. Now onto the brain of this beast. The Corsair Q software is powerful. You have really control to customize your lighting, customize the G keys. You can do macros, shortcuts, and even other things. And even program every individual key to do whatever you want. At least you could do that with the original Q software. Q2 was released, and let's just say I was less than pleased. On the first profile, I had my G keys set to open up different programs, just shortcut keys. I upgraded to Q2 and I looked for the shortcut feature for about 20 minutes before resorting to Google. And well, for some reason, Corsair got rid of that function. I saw something in the forums say maybe it was a security issue. I don't know. On top of that, Q2 wouldn't even let me customize the profile buttons the way I did in the original Q. At least I couldn't find out how. So after 30 minutes of resetting up my lighting profiles, another 30 minutes of trying to get my G keys all set up, I went to Corsair's website and just went back to the original Q. Much better. As far as the lighting goes, they have the usual color cycling, which just changes colors without dimming the brightness. There is static lighting for the boring people out there. It has the breathing effect, a cool visor effect, reactive typing, which I love, sends out a ripple effect across the keys after you activate one. It may or may not give you seizures if you look at the keyboard while typing, however. There's a rain effect and a spinning rainbow, even a few more. But if you want to customize it a bit more, Q can do that also. Dig deep and you can make every key a different color and even program some cool things. I've seen Pac-Man even online. Personally, I don't have any idea how to really do that, but the good news is you can go on Corsair's site and check out the forums. People post their files for light shows they've programmed, and you can just kind of grab those, have the American flag waving on your keyboard. America! If you have other Corsair peripherals, Q allows you to sync them. So if you're completely bought in, have the RGB headphones, RGB keyboard, RGB mouse, and RGB mouse pad, and the new RGB fans, you can have a pretty epic light show with all the peripherals going in concert together. All of this to say, the Q software is extremely powerful. There are other videos on YouTube that delve into the inner workings much better than I ever could. It's not the most intuitive software to use, but people with programming background will have much more success with the custom light shows. And the good news is, like I said, they can share those with us plebes. In conclusion, I love the K70 and bought the K95. I wanted the macro keys and the RGB, and I wanted to have the K70 at work. The Cherry MX red switches are still amazing, and the build quality is great, although I don't like how the metal backplate doesn't extend all the way over to the G keys. It makes it feel just a little bit tacked on. But all the functionality is there and then some. Software is pretty easy to use for basic lighting and controls, and allows me to use other people's hard work to get a cool lighting scheme. All in all, this is another great keyboard just like the K70, and every time I sit down to get some work done, I just get excited to use this guy. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down button. Either way, in the comments below, let me know what kind of keyboard you use, if you prefer mechanical, maybe even a chiclet or membrane keyboard, and we'll see you next time.